Love her to death. Put your hands together for Julia Milton.
As you can tell by the hair, the makeup, the outfit, and everything, my father is pretty disappointed in me. That's okay though, because your dad's not. No. Who in here loves women? Who in here loves women? Give me a nice little. I love women. Specifically, I love bush on a woman. I love enough bush on a woman to be a threat to the Middle East. Because when she sits on my face, I'm getting crushed by her Twin Towers. Sometimes though, ladies, I think we can all agree, the bush does become a jungle every once in a while. The last time a man spread my legs, Fortune and Son started playing. I had to break up with my last boyfriend because he wouldn't get his machete out and get in there like Rambo. Come on, what are we doing? You're a grown man. You're afraid of a little hair in your food? My God. I love women. I am terrified of them though. I'm really not sure which way my sexuality is supposed to swing, because when I came out to my mother as bisexual, she said, "How can you be bisexual if you don't get any bitches?" That in point, but the first time I ever touched a penis, it looked something like this. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? No, I'm terrified of women because most gay women I encounter in Atlanta live in a studio apartment with their 3 roommates who are also their exes, and quite frankly, I don't want an ESPN play-by-play of my poor pussy eating skills. I don't want to come out to her kitchen and they're giving a report on how I fumbled in the 3rd quarter because I was licking the labia instead of the clit. It's not fair. I'm inexperienced. I'm trying. I work in food service, if you can't tell. Anyone here ever worked in food service? Where are my fellow weekend staffers? Oh my God. People always ask me, like, what's the worst part? And I want to say it's the stereotype that service is inherently horny. Case in point, I just found out that a bunch of my coworkers are fucking our manager for better hours. Yeah, I've just been fucking the guy for free. Talk about egg on my face. No, what I really love though is that you meet a lot of interesting people when you work in food service. Like, I have this one coworker, she's a chronic oversharer, I love her to death, but I knew that her boyfriend's penis had a 30-degree curve to the left in it before I knew what his face looked like. Not exactly, Tuesday morning conversation. And then sometimes you work in food service and you meet someone like Trevor. Trevor is 43 years old and thinks a 401k is a marathon. Trevor puts his Galaxy gas in the walk-in because he says it tastes better that way. Trevor once said to me, unprompted, that he is a sociopath with an insatiable bloodlust that can only be cured by dumpster diving for used period products. And I just had to run food to tables after that. But honestly, Trevor's an amazing guy. I never have to clean the women's restroom. And every time I get my period, I make like $20 off of him. So, talk about a great coworker. So you work with people like that. So why the hell am I beefing with an 18-year-old sorority girl at my job whose level of entitlement makes the Real Housewives look like the Red Cross? This girl, I really just don't like her because she's abusing her pretty privilege. And I might be biased as a late bloomer who looks like she was chewed up and spit out by a Hot Topic. But I think pretty privilege is for getting free drinks at the bar, not for calling out of your closing shift, meaning your coworker has to close for you, so she has to cancel her hot date for the night after she just went and got waxed and plucked and paid $82.24, and the place only accepts cash, which means she had to dig around in her car for pennies. Nobody makes pennies anymore because who the fuck decided that? But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. She's not a girl's girl, you know what I mean? When I say girl's girl, I mean someone who's like, if I hit a man with my car, you support me. She doesn't support women's rights and wrongs, only women's wrongs. Like, I just got broken up with, and, she comes to me one day, she's like, hey, since you're like sad and lonely now and have nothing to do, would you mind working my Valentine's Day shift? That's kind of like saying, oh my God, my condolences for your mother, but would you mind working my Mother's Day brunch? Anyway, I'm late for her shift, so.